Kamala did another ridiculous podcast, and we have some clips of it to share with you. It was from, what is it from? It's like some basketball
Two basketball players, and this guy,
he's All the Smoke.
He's a checkerboard. One of the guys was an actual checkerboard in it.
So got a couple different clips. One where they tried to ask her like a legit policy question about economics, and I'll just let both of her economics clips just play together. But she tries again with the same whole middle class.
Yeah,
bullshit, you guys.
She did it again.
Why?
Going from a show to a whole entire company, what is your economic plan moving forward for people who are living paycheck to paycheck and struggling for groceries and rent and homeowners?
So look, I grew up, my sister and I were raised by our mother. We lived for a long time in an apartment on top of a child care center. That child care center was actually owned by a woman who lived 2 doors down from us, Mrs. Shelton, who was, by all of our accounts and feelings, our second mother. She helped raise us. And so she was a small business owner. So I'll start with the small business, and congratulations on what you guys have done. I, from a child, knew who our small business owners are, right? I mean, you're business leaders, but you're also civic leaders. You take seriously your voice and how you can mentor, how you can grow, right? Communities and the sense of communities.
She is not saying anything.
And so a lot of my work in terms of building and growing the economy has focused on small businesses.
You haven't built anything.
And my vision overall is we need to build an opportunity economy in which we increase opportunity for all. And here's how I feel about the economy and the economy I want to grow. We have, over the last 4 years, reduced Black unemployment to the lowest it has been in decades, okay? Yep. That is an accomplishment.
Yep.
However, I believe, need to measure our success not just only about everybody's working, but can you build wealth?
Mm-hmm. Can you start saving?
Can you start saving? Mm-hmm. Can you buy a home? Can you start saving to take your family on vacation from time to time? Mm-hmm. Can you save enough so that Christmas time for you and your children is not stressful?
Yeah. So how?
But something enjoyable, right? And so
there's no how.
It's about, yes, we got to make sure that we have high employment, but also that we create opportunities for people to build wealth.
I can't.
Today.
There was no answer.
She's there was no answer. Saying how bad everything is.
Right.
Like, well done, but now what? You did this.
She practiced that first chunk of answer, that line about I grew up in middle class, blah, 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 and the lady and blah. Mm-hmm. She practiced that for weeks and she cannot let it go. It's not effing leaving. It's just not going away, you guys. She is going to use that forever and ever. She's burdened by it now.
And so are all of us now.
That's the thing. It's never going to leave her because I think that they just put that into her brain and pummeled her with it. And she had to just practice it for weeks and weeks and weeks. And now every time she's asked this question, there is no substance because there never was any substance because she is void of substance.
Right.
And so now she just answers with this bullshit answer. And I can't believe these guys, they didn't push back. There's nothing because she does these stupid podcasts who are these guys? Who are they?
They're just like NBA.
We should ask her. We should ask her to come on our podcast. Because I have questions. Do you think she'd come on or do you think our name would give us away? Our name would give us away.
A little bit of a clue.
We got to change our name. Friendly. I was thinking about that in the shower this morning. I was thinking we should probably rebrand as a whole different name because then we would get so many other people on and then we'd be able to get them. You know,
well, we can't do chicks because that was already taken.
Well, that's true. That's true. We can't do yeah, I know. But this is the thing. Like if we just had a different name, we could probably get her on because she'd be dumb enough to come on. You know, her people are dumb enough. And then I could ask her some questions.
You guys, are you taking care of yourself? These are crazy times. And if you are not taking advantage of the fact that you can have tasty vitamins and supplements from our friends at healthycell.com/chicks, you're really missing out. And in particular, with this cold and flu season, and I guess COVID season, quickly approaching, you want to make sure that your immune system is in tip-top shape. And you can do that with Immune Super Boost, which, by the way, last time we showed this product, we mentioned how it's puffed up. It's got like the air in it. And I saw on our insiders group that someone got the same product and they saw that they were puffed up and they were like, they threw them out because they thought that they were bad. They're not bad, you guys. These are totally fine. And somebody else called Healthy Cell to find out like what's the deal. And I guess that they offered like some totally scientific explanation, which they were like, I can't even repeat it, but it made total sense on the phone. So there is science behind why this one is
they're
puffed
puffy.
up. But you guys, let me show you. This right here is 11 different vitamin supplement capsules, whatever. This Immune Super Boost packet by itself has 15 pills worth of awesome goodness that supports your immune system.
It tastes amazing.
Oh yeah, it's super good.
God.
It's blackberry, and it's got the vitamin C. It's got vitamin D, zinc, echinacea, elderberry. There's so many good, important things here that are really, really good for your immune system. So take advantage. Make sure you're on a multivitamin also from healthycell.com/chicks. You can use promo code chicks. You're going to get 20% off of your first order. So check them out. It's just a better way to take vitamins because they absorb into your body so much better, 165% better, as a matter of fact. So take care of yourself, take care of your loved ones, especially this fall. Healthycell.com/chicks. Use code chicks. Do it. Well, she gets dumber and dumber as these clips go on. And so here she is talking about how great it is when people take to the streets like they did during George Floyd.
I do believe there is no significant progress that we've made in our country without the people often taking to the streets. Going way back to the Civil Rights Act, to the Voting Rights Act, to, what's happening now in the streets on choice, to what happened around George Floyd's murder and moving forward an agenda that's about that. You could just go through just the different levels of progress that we've had. Often it has taken people taking to the streets. Look.
Wow.
What is she talking about?
Well, she's trying really hard to sound smart.
Right. And I think she's again, I think being very pandery.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't watch that whole thing, but I don't know how well it went over. It seemed like some of the time they were almost rolling their eyes at her a little bit because she gets so
in the weeds.
Weird. Yeah, in the weeds, but then also weird. Like when she talks about finding out that Joe Biden wasn't going to run and what she did with her time in those first hours. Here's the story.
The time that the president called me and told me he wasn't running, it just like everything was in speedy motion. And I was not sleeping so well. And that one morning, I had, a few hours sleep and I'd like to sleep. I just got up, and so I just went out and got a pork roast and started marinating.
See, time to work. Get to your happy place.
And my family happened to be in town, so they were very happy about the whole situation. But I just got up and started, everybody's asleep, I just got up and started cooking.
Okay. She realizes too, like as president, you don't sleep much. So is she just going to be cooking a whole lot of pork roasts? Like, is that what's going to be happening there? Like what?
I'm pretty sure the White House chefs would be like, can you
go away? Yeah, I don't. And that's it. She's like, I like to sleep. Well, then this probably isn't a good job for you either.
Yeah, this is not the job for you.
Not the job. If you like to sleep a whole lot. I'm sure she slept a whole lot as vice president doing jack squat.
She also wants you to know that she has had the same circle of friends for forever, including one that she's had since kindergarten. And she wants to talk about like what they drove to parties.
Incredible family and incredible friends. My best friend from kindergarten is still one of my best friends.
That's crazy.
Right? Stacey Johnson.
Yeah, that's dope. I love it.
We used to go to the clubs and her father Seville.
Yeah.
That's so awkward and cringe.
They went to the clubs in her father's Seville. You guys, is that when she picked up Montel Williams? Is that I'm just because Because nobody wants to picture that, Kamala.
Nobody needs that. She also wants you to know her Dorito habits.
One of my guilty pleasures, especially when I'm on the road, are my Doritos.
Oh, what flavor?
Nacho. Old school, original.
OG,
Come on.
Yeah. OG,
come on.
Red bag.
Yeah, no, that's exactly right. That's exactly. Got to have a napkin nearby.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
this is a presidential candidate, you guys. I just want to point that out. Like, this is the best they could do on the left. This is it.
And remember how she has that weird saying that nobody really understands the meaning of about eating no? Remember?
Kinda. I think I blocked a lot of that out.
And it's coming back.
Don't hear that.
Oh, that's
Don't
right.
hear that.
I eat no for breakfast. I eat no for breakfast. That's right.
Well, I think too,
I eat no for breakfast.
I'm trying to.
She eats it, whatever that means. I don't know what that means.
With a side of Doritos and some pork roast.
What does it mean?
I don't know. Nobody knows. It's provocative.
She also did a rally yesterday in which she's trying to bait Trump into a second debate.
Oh, okay.
Debate Donald Trump again. And
all right.
I think he should debate again.
You could have.
American people have a right.
You had the chance.
Discuss the issues. And as you say here in Las Vegas, I'm all in. I'm all in. Even if my opponent is ready to fold. So there you go.
Oh yeah,
he gotta know when to fold them.
He looks ready to fold, all right. Yeah, he's like the only one showing up to hurricanes.
Mm-hmm.
He looks super foldy this week, doesn't he? Oh my God, this woman is crazy. That's the kind of stuff though. When I hear it, I'm like, okay, debater. I couldn't let that go. I couldn't, and he's like that too.
Yeah, he's like, jumping at the bit.
He's just like, oh, don't you even say that I'm folding.